to change your last lines to the iconic ones?
I think it's not changed in the new version?
No.
Not.
Okay, I will do that then.
We are live. Change your last lines to the iconic ones.
I think it's not changed in the new version.
There we go. That is the sign that we are
Change your last
live.
lines to the iconic ones.
I think it's not changed in the new version.
No. Is anyone else have the, there we go. We're good. There we go. We're in the clear. We are officially live. Very exciting. I'm going to make a quick announcement before we start. And while I make this quick announcement, if everyone else wants to go on mute briefly, alert your viewers if you want. And one last thing, I'm just going to take over the screen for a second. So, and then we're gonna begin. So, my name is Brando. I founded Acting for a Cause some time ago. By some time ago, I mean this past March at the beginning of the pandemic. Acting for a Cause is all about bringing actors together to read plays and screenplays, classic plays and screenplays, to raise money for charity. It's really important that we respect this charity aspect and make some impact for myself on behalf of the actors, but also on behalf of the world, because right now we're dealing obviously with unprecedented times. But on top of everything, there are certain hospitals that are really well funded, and there are certain hospitals that really need our help. One of those hospitals is Mount Sinai in Chicago. Mount Sinai in Chicago is actually the first hospital that we ever fundraised for. It primarily serves low-income families, minorities, and also disproportionately serves those who are suffering from COVID-19. What is really unfortunate is that the hospital relies so heavily on outside donors. They primarily deal with patients that are on Medicare and Medicaid, and so the hospital is just not given as much funds as hospitals in really wealthy communities. And with all the work that they have to do and all the changes that are taking place with the pandemic, it's an opportunity to help people that need help in a timely manner. So if you're willing to make a donation, go to actingforacause.org, click on the donate link. It'll take you directly to the EIF's website. 50% of the donations go to Mount Sinai, 50% go towards arts education. Just as important right now, the arts are suffering. But I think that the group that needs the most funding are kids that are in nonprofit programs that give them the opportunity to be involved in arts education that otherwise would not have an outlet for their creativity. Here on the west side of Chicago, there's so many programs that aren't going to exist when schools reopen, simply because when the funds are redistributed, and since the funds are very tight right now, the first things that get cut are arts programs. What's amazing about the EIF is they are doing two things. They're funding these programs, but they're also fighting at the national level to have the government redistribute and distribute funds towards arts programs instead of cutting it. So they're playing two very important roles in this crazy time. So please alert yourself, and you can educate yourself a little bit on the website at actingforacause.org. But if you have means, just or even if you can give just as little as $5, there's power in numbers, and any donation would be much appreciated. actingforacause.org. Now, with all that being said, I'm going to bring our cast back in on this. This whole journey with this particular screenplay has been amazing. It's really unprecedented to be given permission to work with such a classic screenplay like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And this is in a huge part thanks to the John Hughes Estate, run by Candace Hansen, a genius, wonderful person who was just so prompt in giving us permission. And of course, the second time collaborating with Paramount, Paramount, who previously gave us the rights to Up in the Air, our previous read. You can go back and watch many of our previous reads. This one, however, will only be available for the week for public viewing. So definitely, if you want to watch it again, watch it soon. And if you're watching in retrospect, don't forget to donate. The donation page will be up continually. With all that being said, without further ado, I'd like to introduce our cast, our wonderful group. We did announce previously we had an additional cast member. That cast member, unfortunately, will not be performing today. So I will be, and typically I was narrating the screenplays. I will be filling in for that castmate, and Xxavier Jenkins, longtime collaborator and also the co-director of our reading of Hit the Wall, will be joining in and narrating this. We made this change of casting, and Xxavier jumped in to save the day at the last minute, this last hour. So a huge thank you to Xxavier. You're amazing. Cut him some slack as he takes on the role of narrating. And we can all get off of mute. We're going to go ahead and start, without further ado, our reading of Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
It's silent, a beat, an explosion of sound, a household in the morning, kids getting up for school, clock radios. Todd screams. We hear the sound of Todd's footsteps running through the kitchen, down the hall, up the stairs, and up the hallway. A door opens.
What's the matter?
It's Ferris.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? For Christ's sake, look at him.
Close up on Ferris, an 8-year-old boy. He's staring lifeless at the camera. His mouth's open. His eyes are bugged out. His tongue is fat and dry in his mouth. He's laying in bed on his side. Inside the boy's bedroom, Ferris' parents, Tom and Joyce Bueller, are standing at the bedside. They're in their late 40s, early 50s.
Ferris?
He doesn't have a fever, but he says his stomach hurts and he's seeing spots.
What's the matter, Ferris?
Honey, feel his hands. They're cold and clammy.
I'm fine. I'll get up. I have a test today. I have to take it. I want to go to a good college so I can have a fruitful life.
Honey, you are not going to school like this now.
Oh, fine. What's this? What's his problem?
He doesn't feel well.
Yeah, right. Try that one out and you can fertilize the lawn.
Jeannie? Jeannie, is that you? I can't see that far. Jeannie?
Bite the big one, Junior.
Thank you, Jeannie. You get to school.
You're letting him stay home? I can't believe this. If I was bleeding out of my eyes, you guys would make me go to school. It's so unfair.
Jeannie, please don't be upset with me. You have your health. Be thankful.
That's it. I want out of this family.
I'll be okay. I'll just sleep. Maybe I'll have an aspirin around noon. Oh.
I am showing houses to the family from Vermont today, but I will be in the area and my office knows where I am if you need me.
I'll check on you too, pal.
It's nice to know that I have such loving, caring parents. You're both very special people.
I hope you feel better, Pumpkin.
I'll be home at 6 o'clock sharp. If you needed anything, call me.
I love you, sweetie.
Love you. They bought it. Incredible. One of my worst performances of my career, and they never doubted it for a second. How can I possibly expect it to handle high school on a day like this? This is my 9th sick day this semester. It's pretty tough coming up with new illnesses. If I go for 10, probably gonna have to barf up a lung, so I better make this one count. See, the key to faking out the parents is the clammy hands. It's a good non-specific symptom. I'm a big believer in it. A lot of people tell you that a good phony fever is a deadlock, but you get a nervous mother and you could end up in a doctor's office, and that's way worse than school. You fake a stomach cramp, and when you're bent over moaning and wailing, you lick your palms. It's a little childish and stupid, but then so is high school. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around every once in a while, you can miss it. Now, I do have a test today. That wasn't bullshit. It's on European socialism. I mean, really, what's the point? I'm not European. I don't plan to be European. So who gives a crap if they're socialists? They could be fascist anarchists for all I care. It still doesn't change the fact that I don't own a car. Not that I condone fascism or any isms for that matter. In my opinion, isms are not good. A person should not believe in an ism. He should believe in himself. I quote John Lennon, I don't believe in the Beatles. I just believe in me. It's a good point there. After all, he was the walrus. I could be the walrus and I'd still have to bum rides off people.
Adams, Anderson,
Here.
Anderson,
Here.
Anheuser,
Here.
Bueller, Bueller?
He's sick. My best friend's sister's boyfriend's brother's girlfriend heard from this guy who knows this kid who's going out with this girl who saw Ferris pass out at a 31 Flavors last night. I guess it's pretty serious.
Thank you, Simone.
No problem whatsoever.
Frye?
Hello?
Cameron, big, what's happening?
Very little.
How do you feel?
Shredded.
Is your mother in your room?
Unfortunately, she's not staying. Where are you?
I'm taking the day off. Now get dressed and come on over.
I can't, stupid. I'm sick.
That's all in your head. Come on over.
I feel like complete shit, Ferris. I can't go anywhere.
I'm sorry to hear that. Now come on over and pick me up.
I'm dying.
You're not dying. You just can't think of anything better to do. If anybody needs a day off, it's Cameron. He has a lot of things to sort out before he graduates. He can't be wound so tight and go to college. His roommate will kill him. Now, pardon my French, but Cameron is so tight that if you stuck a lump of coal up his ass, in 2 weeks, you'd have a diamond.
Joyce Bueller.
This is the Dean of Students.
Oh my God, I am so sorry. I completely forgot to call.
Then you are aware that your son is not in school today.
Yes, I am. Ferris is homesick. I had a meeting first thing this morning. I should have called, but it completely slipped my mind. I am very, very sorry.
Are you also aware, Mrs. Bueller, that Ferris does not have what we consider to be an exemplary attendance record?
I don't understand.
He has missed an unacceptable number of school days. In the opinion of this educator, Ferris is not taking his academic growth seriously. Now, I've spent my morning examining his records, and if Ferris thinks he can coast through this last month and still graduates, he is sorely mistaken. I have no reservations whatsoever about holding him back for another year.
Well, this is all news to me.
Usually is. So far this semester, he has been absent 9 times.
9 times?
9 times.
I don't remember him being sick 9 times.
That's because he probably wasn't sick. He was skipping school. Wake up and smell the coffee, Mrs. Bueller. It is a fool's paradise. He is just leading you down the primrose path.
I can't believe it.
I've got it right here in front of me. He has missed 9 days.
I asked for a car, I got a computer. How's that for being born under a bad sign?
Look, I can give you every assurance that Ferris is home and that he is very ill. I debated whether or not I should even leave him. I can appreciate that at this time of year, children are prone to taking the day off, but in Ferris's case, I can assure you, he is truly a very sick boy.
I'm playing a clarinet. Never had one lesson. And then we're somewhere else.
Who's the girl?
Auli'i, could I have you read for girl?
I wish. I'm Jeannie.
Or Jeanine, can I have you read for girl, rather?
Let's do it. Jeannie, I'm really sorry about your brother.
What are you sorry for? I have to live with the trouser snake.
No, I mean, I heard he's really sick.
Huh. Who said he's sick?
A bunch of people. They said he's like on the verge of death. This guy in my biology class said that if Ferris dies, he's going to give his eyes to Stevie Wonder. Oh, he's such a sweetie. Gotta go.
Shut up.
A sample of my blood was sent to the Atlanta. A sample of my blood was sent to the Atlanta's Center for Disease Control. I don't know, man. I'm breaking heavily. He's a freshman. Did you see Alien when the guy had that creature in his stomach? That's what it feels like.
I need a quote on this.
Did you see Alien?
Who's he talking to?
Ferris Bueller, you know him?
Yeah, he's getting me out of summer school.
We appreciate you letting us know how you're doing. We got to split. Huh? Yeah, sure. Hold on.
Shit, I hope he doesn't die. I can't handle summer school.
Wait a minute. Give me somebody else.
Did you see
Alien?
Yeah. Why? Hello? Who? Oh, hi, Ferris. How's your bod? Oh my God, you're dying? Is it serious?
I don't know. I hope not. I think I might need a kidney transplant.
Shit. Are you upset? Think you'll be alive this weekend? Okay, great. Maybe I'll see you. Bye.
I don't trust this kid any further than I can throw him.
Well, with your bad knee, Ed, you probably shouldn't throw anybody. It's true.
What's so dangerous about a character like Ferris Bueller is that he gives good kids bad ideas. Last thing I need at this point in my career is 1,500 Ferris Bueller disciples running around these halls. It jeopardizes my ability to effectively govern the student body.
Well, it makes you look like an ass. It's what it does, Ed.
Thank you, Grace. I think you're wrong.
Oh, well, he's very popular, Ed. Sportos, motorheads, geeks, sluts, pinheads, dweebies, dickheads, they all adore him. They think he's a righteous dude.
That is why I have to catch him this time, to show these kids that the example he sets is a first-class ticket to nowhere.
Ooh, Ed. You sounded like Dirty Harry just now.
Really? Thanks, Grace.
Yeah, I'm serious, man. This is bullshit. Making me wait around the house for you?
Why can't you let me rot in peace?
Cameron, this is my 9th sick day. If I get caught, I won't graduate. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing it for you.
Do you know what my diastolic is?
Be a man. Take some Pepto-Bismol and get dressed. You're boring me with this stuff. Wait a second. I got another call. Hello?
Ferris, you sound terrible.
Oh, really? Darn, I thought I was improving.
Were you sleeping, son?
Dad, can you hang on a sec?
Sure, pal.
Cameron, it's my dad. If you're not over here in 15 minutes, you can find a new best friend.
Oh, you've been saying that since the 5th grade.
Dad, all this talking has made me kind of lightheaded. I think I'd better lie down.
Take a hot bath, then wrap a towel around your head, then make some soup and get a nap.
Oh, okay. I'm so disappointed in Cameron. $20 says he's sitting in the car debating about whether or not he should go out.
He'll keep calling me. He'll keep calling me until I come over. He'll make me feel guilty. This is ridiculous. I'll go. I'll go. God damn it. Forget it. That's it.
The House of Representatives, in an effort to alleviate the effects of anyone, the Great Depression, passed the Hawley-Smoot Tariff Act, which raised tariffs in an effort to collect more government revenue. Did it work? Anyone know the effects? It did not work. And the United States sank deeper into the Great Depression. Today we have a similar debate over anyone know what this is? Anyone seen this before? The Laffer curve. Anyone know what this says? It says that at this point on the revenue curve, you will get exactly the same amount of revenue at this point. Does anyone know what Bush called this in 1980? Anyone know? Something DOO economics, voodoo economics.
He blows a smoke ring.
I think we're actually cutting this.
Yeah. You work so hard at Ferris?
Yeah, it's a leftover. It's a leftover scene from the original script. Whatever. Context doesn't matter. We're live. Fuck it.
Yeah.
He's talking to his dad. He's asking him about some bail bonds, and he's talking about some other stuff. And then That's the page that's missing. And then he goes, you work so hard. I'll bet you don't even remember where those bonds are, right?
Wrong.
Oh, yeah, you're pulling my leg and you're just trying to cheer me up.
Like hell I am. They're in a shoebox in my closet.
Oh. Now, was that a class move or what? The guy gave it up faster than a drunk Catholic girl. I hope my kids don't pull this shit on me. Of course, if they didn't, they'd probably be dumb and abnormal, and they'd probably never move out of my house, and I'd have to support them until I die. I take it back. Dad, all this talking has made me kind of lightheaded. I think I better lie down.
Okay, pal. You take care. I'll call you after lunch.
Oh, you don't have to, Dad.
I want to. Bye now.
He hangs up.
You win some, you lose some. I'm so disappointed in Cameron. And then we have a repeat scene. That was a repeat scene too. So we'll cut that bit, right? And then we'll just go past to Cameron will go on like that for a good 30 minutes. The guy's a shellfish when it comes to making a decision. The reason he doesn't feel good is he worries about everything. The only guy I know who's deeply concerned about when he grows up, there will be a critical shortage of strategic metals. Cameron's also the only guy I know who knows what strategic metals are. Pardon me. He goes into the bathroom and zip, and maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Flushes the toilet, whatever.
Roosevelt's health had seriously deteriorated by the time he met with Churchill and Stalin at Yalta. Pardon me.
Classroom door opens and the school nurse walks in. For a moment, the teacher thinks she's come in because he heard him sneeze. She crosses to him and whispers in his ear. She, like the others, watches the nurse closely. In the classroom, teacher, nurse. The teacher's face drops as he delivers an obvious piece of disturbed news. He nods grimly to the nurse. She looks at the kids.
Sloane Peterson.
She sits up in her seat.
May I see you outside for a moment? There's been an emergency.
Sloane, a smile curls across her lips as she gathers her books and she looks at the girl next to her.
Dead grandmother.
Hallway.
Dead grandmother.
Yes, that's what Mr. Peterson said. I had Florence Sparrow notify Sloane. Poor little lamb.
Who's this girl going out with?
So hard to tell these days. I do see her with Ferris Bueller quite a little bit.
Could you get me Mr. Peterson's daytime number, please?
Sure. Ed Rooney's office. Oh, please hold. It's Mr. Peterson. Do you still want me to get his daytime number?
Ed Rooney.
Ed, this is George Peterson.
How are you today, sir?
Well, we've had a bit of bad luck this morning, as you may have heard.
Yeah, I heard, and gosh, I'm all broken up. Boy, what a blow.
It's been a tough morning, and we've had a lot of family members to take care of. So if you wouldn't mind excusing Sloane.
Oh, sure, I'd be happy to. You just produce a corpse, and I'll release Sloane. I want to see this dead grandmother firsthand. It's all right. It's Ferris Bueller, the little twerp. I'm going to set a trap. I'm going to fall right into it.
Ed, I'm sorry. Did you say you wanted to see a body?
Yeah, that's right. Just roll her bones on in here, and I'll dig up your daughter. I mean, that's school policy. Was this your mother?
No, my wife's mother.
Ed Rooney's office.
This is Ferris Bueller. May I speak to Mr. Rooney, please?
Hold.
I tell you what, dipshit. You don't like my policies? You can just come down here and smooch my big old white butt.
Ed!
You're up, buttercup. What?
Ferris Bueller's online too.
Hey, Mr. Rooney, I'm sorry to disturb you at work, but I'm not feeling very well today, and I was wondering if it would be possible for my sister to bring home any assignments for my class that I may need. Have a nice day.
I think I owe you an apology, sir.
You ought to be sorry, for Christ's sake. A family member dies and you insult me?
Look, I don't know. I thought you were someone else, and I have to know. You have to know, sir, that I would never deliberately insult you. I can't begin to tell you how embarrassed I. Christ!
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
Absolutely, you hit the nail right on the head, sir. Christ!
This isn't over yet, Buster. You just make sure my daughter's out in front of the school in 10 minutes. You read me?
Loud and clear, Mr. Peterson.
Yeah, call me sir, goddammit.
Sir.
That's better, yeah.
Ferris strolls into the kitchen to catch the last of the conversation. Camera covers the phone.
I'm scared shitless, Ferris. Rooney might guess my voice.
Just keep calm. Rooney. Sorry, where are we?
Bottom of page 35.
Got it. Okay. Wait, I don't got it. All right. Okay, I got it now. Impossible. You're doing great.
I don't have all day to bark at you, so I'll make this short and sweet.
Yeah, it's great. You're doing great.
I want my daughter out in front of the school in 10 minutes. By herself. I don't want anyone around. What did I do?
Out in front by herself? It's too suspicious. You'll think something's up, you moron. You gotta cover it.
You just do it. Do it, you. Talk. Rooney, I changed my mind, fella. You be out in front with her. I want to have a few words with you. On second thought, I don't have time to talk to you. We'll get together soon and have lunch.
We hear a slap and the call disconnects.
Dude, why'd you hit me?
Where's your brain?
Why'd you hit me?
Where's your brain?
Why'd you hit me?
Where is your brain?
I asked you first.
How can we pick up Sloane if Rooney's going to be there with her?
I said for her to be there alone and you freaked.
Oh my God, you're so stupid. I didn't hit you, okay? I lightly slapped you.
You hit me. Look, don't ask me to participate in your crap if you don't like the way I do it.
Ferris is incredulous at Cameron's stupidity. Cameron's anger intensifies by his embarrassment.
I was homesick. You get me out of bed, being me over here, make me jeopardize my future, make me do a phony phone call on the dean of students, a man who could squeeze my nuts into oblivion, and then you deliberately hurt my feelings.
Didn't deliberately hurt your feelings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
Hey, Ferris, have a nice life.
Cameron. Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to jam you. It was uncalled for.
You serious?
Deadly.
Thanks.
Did screw up though, right? Like, not that it was necessarily all your fault, but right?
Why?
Well, to fix the situation, I'm just gonna have to ask you for a small favor.
Cameron jaw drops. The door opens slowly, dramatically, as we hear the heraldic fanfare, light streams, and a reveal Cameron and Ferris looking at the car. Ferris is smiling with excitement and awe. Cameron is frowning with trepidation and fear. Ferrari Stallion. Praising Black Stallion, we move from the Stallion to erotic red hood of a 1958 Ferrari 250 GTS California. Cameron and Ferris. Cameron faces ashes, and the end of the world is in his hand. Ferris is in heaven.
1958 Ferrari 250 GTS California. Less than 100 were made. It has a market value of $265,000. My father spent 3 years restoring it. It is his joy, it is his love, it is his passion.
It is his fault he didn't lock the garage.
Ferris, my father loves this car more than life itself. We can't take it out.
A man with priorities so far out of whack doesn't deserve such a fine automobile.
He never drives it, Ferris. He just rubs it with a diaper.
We can't pick up Sloane in your car, Cameron. Rooney would never believe Mr. Peterson drives that piece of shit.
It's not a piece of shit.
It is a piece of shit. Don't worry about it. I don't even have a piece of shit. I have to envy yours. Look, I'm sorry, but there's just nothing we can do.
He knows the mileage, Ferris. He has it tattooed on his wrist.
What, he doesn't trust you?
No.
All right, look, this is real simple.
He puts his arm around the camera.
Whatever miles we put on it, we take off.
How?
We'll drive home backwards.
No, forget it. I'm putting my foot down, Ferris. You have to think of something else. You're not talking me into this one. I've got to live with the man. I'm sorry.
The roar of the engine is overtaken by the sound of the crowd. School hallway. School. Jeanine. She comes out of the classroom. She stops as Sloane and Rooney walk past. Sloane has her coat on, and she's carrying her books. Jeanine watches her suspiciously. School. The Ferrari is parked out front. The top is down. Ferrari. Ferris is driving. He's wearing a man's hat and sunglasses. Camera is in the back.
Are you crazy? Put the top back down, dude.
This is perfect top-down weather.
What about Rooney?
Cameron, the more obvious we are, the less likely we are to get caught.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
The adult mind is a suspicious machine. No, stay down, man.
Cameron squeezes his lower half.
How come it's my dad's car and I'm taking all the risk and I have to ride back here?
I don't have an explanation.
School. Rooney and Sloane come out the door.
Once again, I'd like to say how deeply saddened I am by your loss.
Huh?
Were you close to your grandmother?
Oh, yeah, very close. She was a terrific lady, very hip, very old. Yeah.
Oh, Sloane, dear.
Sloane looks across at the Ferrari. Rooney looks. Their point of view. Ferris is looking out across the roof of the Ferrari. He's careful to keep his nose and mouth below the roof line.
Just hurry along now.
Outside the school, Rooney's suspicious. Sloane smiles and bids Rooney a hasty farewell.
I guess that's my dad. Thanks. See ya.
She hurries to the car. Rooney watches her. Something does not compute for him. Inside the school.
That's how it is in their family.
This is so great. I can't believe it. Right in front of Rooney. Hey, Cameron. You comfortable?
Hi, no.
What a fabulous car.
Enjoy it quick. It's going home.
It was risky, it was bold, but it was totally necessary.
What are we gonna do?
Well, the question is, what are we going to do? The question is, what aren't we going to do?
Don't tell me we're not going to take the car home, please.
All right, look, if you had access to a car like this, would you take it back right away? Would you give up feeling like a ton just to ease your best friend's tension?
He smiles.
No, neither would I.
Exterior of the Ferrari in the street. It accelerates away like a shot. Suburban bank. A fresh modern bank building. The clock outside reads 9:53. The Ferrari pulls into the parking lot. Inside of the bank, Ferris and Cameron Sloane walk in. Ferris is cocky and confident. Sloane still intoxicated with her freedom. Cameron's having a stomach trouble. Ferris leads the way to an open teller window. Bank teller. A woman's about 70 with a silver blue beehive. It's about 4 inches higher and the highest beehive you have ever seen. As she moves, the beehive hits the small sign over her head. She's been in the bank since they opened. She smiles when she sees Ferris.
Ferris Bueller?
Ferris. He's at the window on the other side of Cameron and Sloane. Ferris smiles. Cameron blanches.
Hello, Mrs. Froiling. How are you?
Well, I passed a kidney stone Tuesday, so I'm a little pooped. But other than that, I'm as chipper as can be. Say, should you be in school?
But me? Oh, I'm out of school, Mrs. Froiling. In fact, I'm married. This is my wife, Madonna, and this is my brother-in-law, ZZ Top. ZZ, this is Mrs. Froiling.
Is Top a Slavic name?
Yeah.
I'd like to cash these in, please. We're having a baby and we need the cash for a crib, clothes, diapers, food pellets, leash, water dish.
Miss Froiling takes the bonds and with her hearty smile, the latter part of the conversation sails over like a wine drive.
A baby? You must be so excited.
I'm thrilled, ma'am. I'm especially looking forward to wearing those jeans with the stretch panel in the front.
Are you hoping for a boy or a girl?
Actually, we're hoping for a car.
Cameron. He's spooked by the games playing. He scans the bank nervously. He blinks, focuses, blinks again. His point of view. Joyce is with the middle-aged couple and they're bored. Sourpuss teenager son, Boyd. He's sitting in a chair with his legs slung over the side, waving a big lighter back and forth across his rump. The parents are Joyce's clients from Vermont. The loan officer is discussing the local financial situation with them. His is an open office adjacent to the teller window. Joyce's back is to the teller. Camera. It's like he's witnessing an axe murder.
Shit.
Her back is to the teller window. She's conducted her meeting. Behind her, she see Cameron grab Ferris and point her out to him. He waves. Cameron slaps his arm. Only shows Ferris as saving bonds.
These bonds aren't mature. If you hold on to them another 2 years, you'll get an additional $4.
I'm aware of that.
You're throwing away $4.
No, ma'am, I'm giving it to the government. They need it. Do you know what an aircraft carrier is going for these days?
Interior of the bank. She concludes her meeting, shakes her hands with the loans officer and stands. The Vermont couple stands. Boyd scrapes the bottom of his shoe on the desk, leaving the glob of mud behind, and he stands. Joyce turns into the bank. Ferris, Cameron, and Sloane are gone. She escorts her customer out. Outside of the bank, Joyce and Vermont couple approach the doors. Boyd lays a loogie in the drinking fountain. Miss Froiling passes with the saving bonds. She stops when she sees Joyce.
Miss Froiling, how are you?
Girl, I passed a kidney stone Tuesday. Oh, say, you must be proud.
Huh?
I met Madonna. She told me everything. Keep me posted. I'll want to send a gift.
Huh.
Joyce and the Vermont couple walk away at the side of the bank, heading for the parking lot. Boyd's tagging along behind her. He picks up a stone and hurls it into the parking lot.
My son's homesick today. If you wouldn't mind, on our way back to the office, I'd like to just run in and check up on him.
We hear a metallic ping as Boyd's missile hits a car.
Of course, says the mother.
They pass a show window. As the pass, we hold on the window and promoting savings for college education. A mannequin father is congratulating his mannequin son in the mortar and gown as a stiff Sloane, Ferris, and Cameron look on proudly. Inside the dean's office, secretary is dialing a number for him.
Peterson family on line 1. Watch your mouth this time.
Ferris Bueller's behind this. There's no doubt in my mind. That's what I was saying this morning. Why he has to be stopped. He's got Sloane Peterson involved in this thing now. See?
The grandmother, too.
It clicks. We hear a grieved woman's voice. It sounds awful lot like Sloane.
Oh, we can't come to the phone right now. We've had a death in the family. If you need to reach us, we'll be at the following number.
In the dean's office, Rooney quickly takes down a number. Outside Cameron's house, his answering machine clicks on. We hear Cameron's voice.
You've reached the Cullen brothers mortuary. We are unable to come to the phone right now, but if you'll leave your name and number.
Inside the dean's office, Rooney hangs up the phone.
Something's going on, god damn it.
Oh, there's a railroad strike.
And I'm gonna stop it.
Oh, my brother will appreciate it.
What?
My brother-in-law rides a train to work.
Who gives a good goddamn?
Expressway, a major thoroughfare into the city of Chicago from the suburbs. The Ferrari streaks pass. In the distance, we see the Sears Tower, the Hancock Building, and the Standard Oil Building. Outside the school hallway, Jeanine's walking down the hall. She stops by a kid with a Coke in her hand.
Yo, we're collecting money to buy Ferris Bueller a new kidney. They run about 50 G's, so it could help.
Go piss up a flagpole.
Huh?
She knocks the can out of his hand and storms down the hall. Kid yells after her.
Hey, babe, someday you might need a favor from Ferris Bueller. Then where'll you be?
He reaches for the can.
Heartless wench.
Chicago Loop inside parking garage. The Frye pulls into a large parking garage. Outside the garage, Ferris, Sloane, and Cameron get out. Cameron's having fits.
We can't leave the car here.
Why not?
Because we can't. I want it back home where it belongs.
What could happen to it?
It could get stolen or like wrecked or scratched. You name it.
I'll give the guy a $5 to watch it.
What guy?
Some cute parking attendant. He smiles with relish at the car. 6'6", 240, an IQ that equals his hourly wage. Shoulder length hair stuffed into a hair net, gold teeth, earrings, goatee. Outside the parking lot, the attendant swaggers over to the car. Ferris slips him a gift.
Hey, you speak English?
Since I was 3.
Great. I want you to take extra special care of this vehicle, all right?
He pats the attendant on the arm and smiles.
Like a beautiful woman.
I appreciate it.
The attendant is very gingerly getting into the car. Ferris turns to Cameron. The Frye pulls into the lot very slowly, very carefully. No squealing tires, no revving engine.
You see what a $5 can do to a person's attitude? He's gonna treat it like a beautiful woman.
This is gonna be so right.
Ferris nudges Cameron. They exit the garage and head after Sloane. A long beat, and the Ferrari creeps down the exit ramp of the garage. It's gone. In the entrance and out the exit, another attendant jumps into the passenger side. He's skinny, tall, with a huge knit hat with dreads. He lets out a spirited laugh, and the Ferrari peels out of the lot. It heads down the street away from Sloane, Ferris, and Cameron. Outside Ferris's house, Joyce Care pulls into the driveway. She gets out and heads up the house. Inside Ferris's room, it's dark. There's a figure in the bed. We hear a soft snoring. A wire runs from under the bed covers to the closet door to the room itself. Inside the room, the doorknob. The wire is tied to the doorknob. It's taut. Downstairs, we hear a door open and close. Inside the house, stairway, Joyce quietly walks up the stairs. Inside the hallway, Joyce comes up the stairs and crosses to Ferris' room. She listens at the door. We hear the snoring. Doorknob opens slowly. Joyce slowly turns the doorknob and pushes the door open. Her point of view, The door opens and the figure-like lump in the bed moves. Joyce, she smiles and closes the door. Inside the closet door is open. The wire from the bedroom is strung over the top of the closet door. A trophy is attached to the end of the wire and it's resting on a yardstick. As the bedroom door closes, the trophy lifts up off the yardstick and the lump on the bed goes back down in its original position. Ferris synthesizer. Little LEDs are lighting up to the rhythm of snoring. The snoring is simulated. In the hallway, Joyce listens at the door, another beat. She smiles with relief and affection. Outside the Sears Tower, later, helicopter shot moves in the world's tallest building. As it passes, we see 3 figures pressed against the windows.
This is the world's tallest building. From our vantage point here on the 103rd floor, we are provided with a view of 4 states.
You think the car's all right?
Illinois, Michigan, Wisconsin, and my personal favorite, Indiana.
Inside the Sears Tower observation deck, Ferris, Cameron, and Sloane are standing against the window.
Man, I don't feel so good, Ferris. Are we gonna stay long?
Take a step back. Now lean against the glass like this.
He leans forward, putting all his weight on his forehead.
And look down.
Sloane leans forward. Cameron follows reluctantly.
Oh, shit.
From her point of view, the street far, far below is dizzying view. In the observation deck, the 3 are leaning against the glass.
What if the glass gives?
Death.
Cool.
Cameron, he's looking down.
I think I see my dad.
On the street level, a middle-aged man, Cameron's father, Frye, is standing on a street corner. He's leaning, clean, tough, humorless. He's wearing a puzzled look on his face.
I think I see my car.
From his point of view, the fire screams down the avenue and disappears down the underground ramp. Inside the Sears Tower lobby, Ferris and Sloane bound down the escalator. Cameron follows glumly. The dance past the giant Condor Mobile, just singing.
I've been all around this great big world,
And I've seen all kinds of girls. Yeah,
but I couldn't wait to get
Get back
to
to the States, back to the cutest girls in the world. Take it away.
I wish they all could be California.
I wish they all could be California.
I wish they all could be California girls.
Chicago Merchant Exchange. Giant old monolith. Inside, Chicago Merchant Exchange trading room. The traders are frantically buying and selling commodities. Inside the gallery, Ferris, Cameron, and Sloane are sitting in a gallery watching the proceedings.
Do you love me?
Do you love me?
I asked you first.
Yes. You?
Yes.
Would I trash a day of education to be with you if I didn't love you?
Yes.
Would I risk damaging a deep and wonderfully enriching relationship with my parents if I didn't love you?
Yes.
Would I have introduced you as my wife if I didn't love you?
Wait a minute. That was a lie.
Ah, true.
Puts an arm around Sloane.
Would you want to get married? I mean, if I wasn't an asshole
Sure.
today.
Sloane stares at him. Is he serious?
I'm game.
No way.
I'll do it if you will.
Suddenly has
Huh?
Like if your blood's not compatible, you could produce a pinhead. Like the state requires a blood test.
So,
So you can't get married today. I'm with you, babe.
Well, why not?
What do you mean, why not? Think about it.
All right, well, besides being too young and your father hating my guts and not having any place to live and feeling awkward about being the only cheerleader with a husband, give me one good reason why not.
I'll give you two. Mother and father. My mother and father. They're married. They hate each other. You've seen them. Am I right?
Yeah, your father's a toad and your mother's always wired out, but so what? They're old. It's natural.
It makes me puke. Like seeing people treat each other like that. It's like the car. He loves the car. He hates his wife.
My parents are divorced. So what? It's not like it doesn't happen 10,000 times a day.
Just because it happens doesn't mean it's right. Like, are you comfortable with it?
No, it's not something I could get comfortable with. I've tried. Are yours divorced?
They might as well be.
Do you think they're staying together because of you? Do they like you?
Yeah, sure.
Consider this. My father canned me and my brother and my mom for a 25-year-old dipso with fake tits. He dropped us like a rock. Everything was cool at our house. I thought so. We all thought so. Then blam. It's over.
This is all news to me. This is me talking to the camera. She keeps a pretty good secret.
It was pure selfishness. When I have a kid, I don't care how much I want something. If it's going to screw up the kid, forget it.
She's not lying.
You could change.
Yeah, but I'm going to try not to. I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to try to prevent it.
What you're watching here is optimism. It's a common trait with my age group. Adults think it's cute. It's like a charming quirk that infects you. Camera down! It's like a charming quirk that infects you. But it's a cool thing, and I think deep down, crusty old shits wish they had some. They wish they had her, too. Sorry. She's taken.
I'd rather not have my family break apart, thank you.
Well, you know what? It ain't up to you. It's out of our hands.
Right, so in other words, I should just sit back and watch it crumble?
You're merely an inhabitant in their universe.
Frightening choice of words.
They call the shots. When you split from them, you call the shots.
Well, like you're saying I should run away or something?
No, she's saying it's time for lunch.
What?
Let's go feed Cameron.
They stand up and head out. Ferris hangs back a moment. He cups his hands to his mouth. He yells at the top of his voice, "Bye, bye, bye!" And he exits, cool and casual. Chicago Mercantile Exchange, trading floor. It explodes with activity in response to Ferris' shouts. We hear a radio announcer.
Commodity prices rose sharply today in an unusually heavy trading.
Exterior outside the restaurant. French restaurant on the Gold Coast. It's noon. Inside the restaurant, Ferris, Sloane, and Cameron are standing in the restaurant. Ferris is looking at the hostess reservation book. From his point of view, his fingers run down a party of 3 at noon, at 12 p.m. Inside the restaurant, the hostess returns.
May I help you?
Hi, yes, I'm Abe Froman, party of 3 for noon. Is there a problem?
You're Abe Froman.
I'm Abe Froman.
I'm sorry, young man. I'm very busy right now. If you have trouble finding the door.
Sloane tugs Ferris' sleeve. He ignores her.
Oh, are you saying I'm not who I say I am?
Shall I call the police?
Look, let's go, Abe.
I'm not going anywhere. You call the police. Go ahead. Better yet, I'll call them myself.
Cameron chokes. Sloane grits her teeth. The hostess smiles smugly. Inside the restaurant, motion for the phone so that he can answer the call. Ferris waves him off angrily.
You touched me and I yelled rat. There's another phone around here. Find it.
Ferris, let's split, please.
Yeah, Cameron's right. We're gonna get busted.
Not a chance in the world. Hey,
Yes,
take this. Ask for Abe Froman.
Ferris is still on the camera and are seated in a restaurant. The hostess is waved over Ferris.
I appreciate your understanding.
Don't grovel, Charles. Just leave us to our repast and all will be forgiven.
Enjoy your lunch.
Oh, thank you.
Hostess backs away. Ferris smiles. Sloane's impressed. Cameron is flushed with nerves.
Darling, you were wonderful.
Oh, but I had a wonderful teacher.
Cameron, dear friend, you thought we wouldn't have any fun. Shame on you.
Ferris disappears behind his menu. Inside the school, we hear hallway sounds and Jeanine.
Ferris Bueller's days are numbered.
Inside the girls' locker room, Jeanine is sitting on a bench in a field hockey uniform. She's talking to a friend.
I'm gonna bust his buns.
Why? What's the point?
Why? Because I'm sick of the little dope. He manipulates my parents, he does whatever he wants, whenever he wants, and he never gets nailed. Well, babe, today I'm the hammer.
I think he's cute.
You think he cute? Sweetie, it is an established fact that you have no taste. Ferris is not cute, he's not charming, he's not nice, he's not a wonderful person. He's an ignorant mule, and the sooner everybody in this school comes to that realization, the better off we'll all be. See, my brother strokes you, you sympathize with him, and I get pissed off, and this is what happens.
He tosses the strap on the floor.
Let me tell you something. I study hard, I work hard, I'm polite, I'm considerate, I'm friendly and fair to all kinds of people. Except morons. I try to be everything a good, decent person should be, and you know what?
Everybody thinks you're an asshole.
Excuse me?
I don't think you're an asshole.
Who does? Rachel?
Oh.
Okay, well, Rachel's a dirtbag. Who else?
I don't know. Just forget it.
Get that everybody thinks I'm an asshole? Would you like everyone to think that you're an asshole?
Well, not everyone thinks you're an asshole. Mr. Rooney likes you.
Oh. Hey, that's exciting. A fat 50-year-old clod with BO likes me. Would everyone be happier if maybe I were to die in a flaming car accident or something?
Maybe if you didn't act like an asshole.
Am I acting like an asshole?
I didn't mean it in that way.
Is this a conspiracy to shit all over me or something? Is my brother behind this? Tell me if he is or I'll sock your tits.
Really, you do have a problem though, Jeannie.
Me? I have a problem.
I mean, someone who threatens to sock people's tits has a problem.
All right. How about if I sock your face instead?
Take a walk, Jeannie.
Her friend exits.
If it means anything to you, I have my period. My body's ridding itself of old eggs, goddammit.
She snarls and slumps against the lockers.
He's gone. He's over. He is monkey meat.
Ben's room, she has Paul. Ferris is standing at the urinal.
See, my sister is a person who views life as an ordeal that must be endured. Her body's a transport vehicle for her anger. I don't know where she gets this shit. Basically, the family's pretty cool. I wonder if everybody shoots at cigarette butts in urinals. Probably not many women. I used to think that my family was the only one that had weirdness in it. It used to worry me. Then I met Cameron and I saw how his family functioned. Cameron's home life is really shit. He wasn't lying. That's why he's sick all the time. It really upsets him. What he said about his parents hating each other? Yeah. I refuse to sleep over at his house. His parents fight all the time, even when I'm there. Is there anything worse than being at somebody's house when their parents are fighting? That's the absolute height of social discomfort.
Checks his hair in the mirror.
When they go after each other, Cameron tightens up. It's scary. He gets so wadded up you couldn't pry his buns apart with a crowbar. The thing with him taking his old man's car, it's good for him. It teaches him how to deal with his fear. And plus, I must be honest here, I love driving it. I highly recommend you picking one up.
He exits the main screen. He holds a beat, toilet flushes. Another beat, and Tom walks out of the stall. He crosses the sink inside the restaurant. Cameron and Sloane have been served their lunches. They're staring at the plates.
What is it?
I don't know. But it looks like it's already been eaten.
I knew it was a mistake letting Ferris order for us.
What are you guys doing?
What is this shit?
You got me. I don't speak French. I think it's a land-based beefoid creature.
He takes a bite, savors the taste.
Splendid.
Really?
Superb.
Cameron and Sloane tries theirs. They chew tentatively.
Good.
Sloane and Cameron shrug. It's not bad. The waiter passes. Ferris stops him.
Hey, yo, Clouseau.
The waiter stops and looks at Ferris indignantly.
I have a growth in my brain that causes memory lapses. Could you tell me what we ordered here?
Sweetbreads.
What might that be?
It's pancreas.
As in the gland that has important functions in digestion and metabolism?
Sloane and Cameron, they stop chewing. They're holding their sweetbreads in their mouths.
The one that secretes a thick, colorless fluid containing digestive enzymes? The home of the world-famous Isle of Langerhans?
Wait.
That pancreas?
He nods broadly, knowing that he spoiled his menu. Sloane and Cameron, they look at each other. Ferris pats his mouth with his napkin and he looks at Cameron and Sloane. He raises a finger, holds it a beat, and gives a cue. Later, he turns away as Sloane and Cameron spit out their food. Ferris, he watches Sloane and Cameron and glance at the window.
Check, please.
Exit the restaurant. Tom and his guests are standing at the curb, talking. A cab is waiting and the door is open. And the BG, Ferris, Sloane, and Cameron come out of the restaurant. They approach the cab. Tom's back to Ferris. Ferris stops cold. Ferris, Sloane, Cameron. They turn on cue at Tom, now at the BG, turns toward the restaurant.
40,000 restaurants in the downtown area, and I picked the one my father goes to.
We're gonna get nabbed for sure now.
No way, Cameron. Only the meek get nabbed. The bold survive. Let's go.
Turns to the cab. Sloane and Cameron turn slowly. I saw Chicago River long high shot. From the merchandise mart, looking down on the fitted green swath of water, a boat is rolling up the man-made canyon.
Are you guys worried about nuclear war?
Cameron, it's a beautiful day. We've won our freedom. We're traveling down one of America's most scenic, polluted waterways, and you bring up nuclear war?
It's kind of a raggy subject, Cam.
Regardless, it's with us every day. The possibility of global destruction.
Don't you think it's an issue because people need something to worry about? They have to have some major problem that puts all their little bullshit into some kind of perspective.
Maybe.
Huh. Yeah, they used to have Vietnam. They used to have the oil crisis stuff in Iran. That's over and people have to have their own big issue. It's not like somebody came up with a nuclear holocaust yesterday at noon, you know?
To answer your question, no, I'm not worried about it at all.
We don't know when the bomb's going off. We do know, however, that college starts in the fall.
Do you know what a nuclear winter is?
Yeah, everybody's dead. It's real cold. And skiing's for shit.
Boat makes a turn in the river and clears frame outside the boat dock. The three are sitting on the aft deck of the tour boat. Their feet are up on the railings, very casual, very relaxed, discussing the end of the world.
My stepfather is always going off about how when he was young, he was committed to all these causes.
He's full of shit. All the old hippies are full of shit.
He says I don't care about the things like he did.
What's he care about now?
Baldness, fatty meats, and money.
I rest my case.
What's spooky is they still control everything. They took over what they were when they were young, and they never gave it up.
Yeah, one of my most frightening experiences in my young life has been observing my parents and our neighbors play the one of the most frightening experiences in my young life has been observing my parents play the baby boomers version of Trivial Pursuit. It's chilling to see how people are crazed with the minutia of their past.
It's human nature to like what you had better than what you have.
Agreed.
The loudspeaker on the boat identifies a point of interest.
To your left, it's the world's tallest building, the Sears Tower.
Three look to the left, Sears Tower.
You know, all this is very interesting, but I'm starving.
An hour ago, you wanted a yak.
I feel better now.
I'll lean over and grab a fish.
Cameron looks over the side of the boat. Not two thought flashes through Sloane's brain.
What comes after a nuclear winter?
Clear spring.
Outside the school. Meanwhile, inside the hallway outside the dean's office, Jeanine is having a small moral debate with herself.
It is reprehensible to squeal on your own flesh and blood. But it's for his own good. His cavalier attitude will get him in trouble later in life, and it'll continue to piss me off, and I'll get so wadded up that it'll cause me cervix cancer, and he'll ruin my life. So screw him.
Well, hello, Jeannie. Who's bothering you now?
Is Mr. Rooney in?
No, I'm sorry, he's not. Can I help you?
I seriously doubt it. When's he back?
I don't know. He's left the school grounds on personal business.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, I suppose it means that it's personal and that it's none of your business, young lady.
Nice attitude.
Isn't Mrs. Hagel expecting you in consumer ed class?
Probably.
What a little asshole.
Outside street, queued by the curb. A car tire rolls into frame and stops. Slides across the sidewalk. Rooney's dress shoe steps out onto the pavement. Move up to reveal Rooney standing at the door of his bell green LeBron. Rooney peels off his shades and looks around like he's Dirty Harry. In his mind, he is Dirty Harry. Fire hydrant. Rooney's dress shoe on the fire hydrant. He ties his lace and pulls up his sock. Outside the street, Rooney straightens his tie and jacket, slips into a rowdy hot dog joint. Inside the hot dog stand, it's jammed with construction workers, secretaries, suburban businessmen. It's loud and confusing. Rooney pushes his way through the scopes of crowds. His point of view, a young person is playing a video game in the far corner. Rooney. He suspects it's Ferris. It looks sort of like Ferris. He smiles and cuts into the crowd. The back of the video games player's head moves in on the player.
I've been waiting for this for a long time.
Player looks up.
Your ass is mine.
Player turns around. It's a girl. Blood evacuates from his face. He stares at the girl. She stares at him. She picks up her coat. She puts the straw in it and licks and sucks. Rooney. He's still staring. He can't think of anything to say. Holding the straw in his mouth, she draws it out of the cup. She raises it, points it directly at Rooney's face. Rooney. He squints. The girl, she blows a straw full of Coke into Rooney's face. Napkin holder. A hand yanks a napkin hold. Inside the hot dog stand, a service counter. Rooney wipes his face. Behind him in the kitchen and the grease-covered TV set broadcasting a Cubs baseball game. There's a long foul ball. The TV camera follows the ball into the stands. A kid makes a stab at the ball. Rooney wipes his suit off. The TV camera zooms in to the boy roughly holding the foul ball aloft. It's Ferris. He does a little celebration dance. Rooney wads up the napkin and tosses it into the trash bin. The TV camera returns to the game. Rooney glances at the screen.
What's the score?
It's 0-0.
Who's winning?
The Cubs.
Rooney nods and exits. Wrigley Field stands. Ferris sits down with the baseball. He shakes his stingy paw. On the other side of him are Cameron and Sloane. Cameron's scarfing nachos.
I think I broke my thumb.
Can we leave now?
You want to leave? We just got here.
You got a call, you broke your thumb. What's left to do?
Cameron offers his nachos to Sloane. She looks at him with disgust.
No wonder you're always sick.
Ferris leans back, puts his hand behind his head, and turns his face to the bright sun.
Do you realize that I played by the rules? You be in gym right now?
Outside high school, playing field. The boys' gym class is doing laps. A blue Fiat pulls into the shop. Inside the Fiat, Jeanine at the wheel. She sneaks a glance at the school.
I can't believe my brother's making me put myself in a position where I could get expelled. Selfish little moron. Ferris, you've overshadowed me long enough. I'm gonna get you, buddy.
She puts the car into gear and drives out of the shop. State Street. The parade is underway. Floats and politicians, marching bands and drums and bugle corps. Soldiers, school kids, figure skating, club and outfits and skates performing their routines on pavement. It's a German-American Appreciation Day. Outside State Street on the float. Riding atop on a float is Ferris. He's waving to the crowd. He and half a dozen homely German-American beauty queens. He's leading the girls in singing. Dance showing. On State Street, Sloane and Cameron. They're watching Ferris go by. They wave to him.
I love him.
It's hard not to.
Cameron breaks a smile. As worried as he is about the day and getting caught, he has to admire Ferris for his lack of inhibition. Cameron mumbles a few words.
Stop. Water.
Do you believe in reincarnation?
What?
Do you believe that you lived before?
Yeah, like sort of.
Do you ever wonder what you were?
I don't have to wonder. I know. I was a tractor tire.
State Street, float. Ferris is on his knees, reaching down from the float, shaking hands with people in the crowd.
Dankeschön, guten Tag, Gesundheit.
State Street, Sloane and Cameron continue their conversation.
What were you in a previous life?
I'm not sure, but I think I know who Ferris was.
Hannibal?
From the A-Team?
No, the guy who rode the elephants into Switzerland.
Sloane laughs at herself. They step out of the crowd and head down to the street in the direction the parade is heading.
I think if he was anybody, he was Magellan. You know, the guy who went around the world. I could see him ignoring popular belief and taking off on some impossible mission.
Yeah. As long as I've known him, everything works out for him. There's like nothing he can't handle. I can't handle anything. School, parents, the future. Ferris can do anything.
Outside a float on State Street, Ferris is playing Twist and Shout on the accordion. The girls on the floats are singing.
Technical difficulties.
Don't worry. Everyone's watching Ferris Bueller on VHS. This is the part where there's something wrong with the tape.
Well, hold on one second. Sorry.
Pull the VHS tape.
Hold for dramatic effect.
Hit the VHS tape a couple times.
You got it. Blow on the tape.
Yep.
Hold on.
Rewind. Put it back in. Rewinding a little bit. Rewinding. Oh, it's still freezing a little bit. Press eject. It's coming out.
We will consider this the intermission. Sorry, guys.
Perfect. We'll consider this intermission. This is perfect. With that in mind, everyone who is watching right now, we are in intermission. We're going to take a 5-minute break. Let all of our actors have some space. I'm going to take a brief second to just run and grab some water. And then I'm going to show you guys all how to actually do a donation online. I'm going to screen share with you guys. So stay tuned. And then we're going to be back with the second half of Ferris Bueller. You have to tune in to watch what happens next. Peace.
Well, this is always fun. So this is kind of like a running joke that I always tell. Jeannie, you have to unmute yourself like this.
There we go. I'm back.
Okay, thanks for being here. So Jeanine, where are you based?
Oh, I just can't get over everyone's like, where'd the intermission go?
They're just like, bye.
And Brando's like myriad of mustaches.
I know.
And there's like a strip of paper. Oh, that was so funny.
Oh boy.
So wait, so how do we know if because my thing still says live on custom streaming, but we're
definitely live. No, we're still definitely live.
Hi everyone. So we're the intermission entertainment?
It's true. So what's your favorite animal?
Oh my God, elephant. I have one here on my wall that I got in Cape Town when I was working there. Her name is, fun fact, she was rescued went to this they take care of them and they rehabilitate them, and they were show business elephants. So they were called Harry and Sally. That's so sweet when Harry met Sally. And so I got to hang out with them when I was in Cape Town, and then I met an artist who drew me a little Sally. So now I have it here with me in New York.
How perfect. It's beautiful. My favorite animal is a cat. Mine is sleeping right there. I'm going to wake you up because, sorry, that's show business.
Come on over, kitty.
His name's Rocco.
Oh, he looks so yummy.
He does. He's a really yummy cat. We're just sharing pets.
That's like Kiki's cat. You're Kiki.
Cool. Love that. Who?
So sweet.
That's a Studio Ghibli film. The guy who made
Oh.
Gotta check it out. That's my personal favorite.
Okay, well, I'm glad more people are back. Jeanine and I were just carrying the show here.
I know. I heard. Before I'm gonna go on screen share, but I gotta close out like a bunch of tabs here.
So this is my dog. I saw that you were. Is this like show and tell?
Oh no, that's too.
Her name is Goldie. Say hi,
Emeraude. What?
I loved her barking yesterday in rehearsal.
Yeah.
Like, you got excited.
I know. Brando was telling me to scream, and I was like, and then she started screaming for me, and I was like, perfect. There you go. We're gonna tire you. Right, Goldie?
Well, since everybody's showing pets, I would decide to show my pet. All right, it's his name is Orangey. We've been so.
Hey.
Calm down. Calm down. Shh.
Wait, fun fact. I was watching yesterday. I was doing research on Ferris Bueller, and I found this amazing video essay, which has this whole theory that Cameron and Ferris are the same person, and it's like Fight Club. Spoiler alert for Fight Club, but it's that Cameron is really Ferris, and it's a person inside of him that kind of pops out. It's brilliant. I actually really like the video essay. Look it up, every viewer out there. So before going back on with the screenplay. By the way, we're at record viewership. It's pretty insane. I actually did not expect. The last two shows that we did had great donations, but smaller crowds, and we passed pretty much a minute in. Over 10,000 people had clicked the link, and it keeps doubling and doubling, and we'll find out by the end how many people actually tuned in. But that's really cool. Now I'm gonna quickly do the screen share. So let me go full screen here. Enter full screen. And no, that's not how I do it. Hold up, I always mess this up. Here we go. Screen share, screen share, screen share. And that's my screen. Sorry that you guys are gonna see a second of all the scripts up, but there we go. We've got actingforacause.org. Oh, that happened. Okay. And when you go online, you got this little title graphic, and you've got all the readings that we've done so far. You've got to check out Up in the Air. I think is like highly underrated. We had Zazie Beetz and Corbin Bleu and Michael Zegan. This just incredible cast.
I'm such a big fan of Michael. I love him.
He's amazing. Oh, and that guy, I had a great heart to heart with him about, you know, what the state of art is, and you know, how scarce live art is right now. It just feels so weird because I consume a lot of live art. He does too. We both participate in a lot of live creation, and the series provided something for him, and he was very articulate about what it was. I really appreciated it. I mean, all of these are amazing. If you want to go back and watch the 4 that Auli'i are in, if you're an Auli'i stan, everyone that she was in.
Where is she? I don't see her, but bravo.
Auli'i was
myself, I'm back.
in Pride and Prejudice, which is our most viewed. It's like has like almost I think either somewhere between 300 and 400,000 views on that Pride and Prejudice read. It's beautiful, awesome cast. Kat, Emeraude's co-star, is
my girl.
We did Natalia Dyer from Stranger Things. If you're a Stranger Things fan, she did Jane Eyre, and she was amazing. Ruby Rose is in 12th Night. It was like you know, a dream cast. She's incredible. It was her first role off of Batwoman, and it was so funny because the tabloids overplayed that she was leaving Batwoman to do Shakespeare. That was not the case. Just to set the record straight, Just Jared. And of course, our initial ones, we've got Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet, and The Importance of Being Earnest. And This Is Our Youth with Florence Pugh and Alex Wolff and Justice Smith. But the real reason we're here is to donate now. So I'm going to quickly do a little donation myself. And I'm going to go ahead. I sometimes give a lot, I sometimes give a little. I want to give something. This is the average donation. It's 25. I think everyone who's watching, if you can do this, do it. And I'm going to go off of screen share to put in my credit card info. So let's do that.
Is there an option to pay like with any other companies, or does it have to, you just have to put straight your credit card?
I believe that the only way is doing your credit card, but I think that's pretty universal for our viewers. They're all watching right now, and everyone has a credit or debit card. So that's excellent here. And now I'm doing this. I'm not on screen share, right? Because my credit card info's up.
Oh wait, yeah, your credit card number is 4400. Just kidding.
Oh, and your social.
I literally freaked out for a second because I'm not seeing you guys. I was seeing my screen. Oh my god.
Sorry.
All right, let's put this in. So I hope every viewer is doing this right now. That they're on.
I'm donating as well right now. Thank you for the opportunity.
Emeraude, you're amazing.
I'm donating right now.
Guys, rock. I'm gonna go ahead and screen share my screen. This is what you get once you're done, and it's all tax deductible. So it's like it's either the government has the money or an amazing foundation has the money. And EIF is unbelievable. It was founded by the Warner Brothers, literally because stars like Humphrey Bogart and all these old golden age stars, they wanted to make more impact. And so you get this little thing and it shows $25, whatever you did, it'll email you the receipt, and then you present that when you do your taxes at the end of the year, tax deductible, stop share, there we go. And it's a really good way, just make a little bit of impact, and as a collective. I mean, imagine if every single person who is watching when throughout the live read gave like $10, there would have been $100,000 raised. That's how incredible like collective impact is. I just got my official receipt official donation receipt from the Entertainment Industry Foundation. Yay. And well, that's how you do it, everyone. Please do it. Pause the video. You can pause the live stream and then come back to it. But we are going to go ahead and move forward. All right. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
You want to pick it up on page 77 or the end of 77?
Are we ready for Twist and Shout? Cameron, is this happening?
Oh, it's happening. We're doing it.
Oh, it's happening.
All right.
It's happening. It's on.
We on? We're not. Hey, Google. Oh, that's going to set off everybody. Sorry.
Hey.
Wow.
All right.
Ferris, Ferris.
All right. Outside on the street, Sloane and Cameron, they continue their conversation.
The future's worse for a boy, isn't it? The girl can always bail out and have a baby and get some guy to support her.
That's like a pretty grim thought.
True, but it's an option. No options is worse.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
College?
Yeah, but like, to do what?
What are you interested in?
Nothing.
Me either.
They walk on for a few beats. We hear Twist and Shout, growing louder and louder. The Suns is taking over all the other tunes in the bands. It's infectious, the entire parade.
What do you think Ferris is going to do?
Outside on State Street, marching again. Woo! Outside on the street, mounted police officers. He's singing.
You know you look so good.
Outside on the street, punks. A band of punks are dancing on the roof of a news kiosk.
Look so good.
Street on a mother and his children. A mother and the two toddlers sing along.
You know you look so fine.
Look so fine.
Outside on the street, black teenager. He's wearing a shower cap and a maroon overcoat.
All right, Auli'i, come on, girl. You can sing. You got to give it at least a line.
Oh, yeah.
Roll just a little closer now.
Woo.
Let me know that you're mine.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Street, old newspaper seller. He's singing alone.
Okay.
We are going to skip the rest of those. Of those.
Oh, yeah.
Chicago is a blue-collar town. All right.
It's like 81, right?
Let's go to the Comet City, bottom of 80.
Calumet City, bottom of 88.
Yeah.
The Port of Chicago, grim, gritty, waterfront. Suddenly, Cameron's father's car flies over camera, like the opening shot of Star Wars. Ferrari undercarriage. It travels past to reveal a beautiful blue sky. Slow motion. Parking attendant. His eyes are wide with exhilaration. Mouth open, tongue out, manic at the wheel, slow-mo. Rastaman. His eyes are closed, big smile, slow-mo. Streets, kids, they're looking up in the air, following the car as it flies over them. Broad, excited smile. The car's shadow passes over them, slow. The car grill, it feels the frame and stops. We move up, it reveals Rooney behind the wheel of his car. Exits, outside Ferris' house. Rooney gets out of his car. He looks at the house, looks up and down the street. He crosses to Ferris's house. Inside the foyer, Rooney's at the front door. You see him peek in the window at the top of the door. The doorbell rings. Inside the house, Ferris' room, computer, acknowledges the doorbell. Cassette player. It clicks on. Outside the front porch, the house intercom activates. We hear Ferris' voice.
Who is it?
Rooney presses the intercom.
This is Ed Rooney, Ferris. I'd like to have a word with you.
I'm sorry, I can't come to the door right now. I'm very sick, and I'm afraid in my weakened condition, I could take a nasty spill down the stairs and subject myself to further school absences.
Bullshit, come down here.
You can reach my parents at their place of business. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your concern for my well-being. It'll be remembered long after my illness has passed.
I am not leaving here until you come talk to me.
Have a nice day.
Rooney presses the intercom.
I'm not leaving, Ferris.
There's no response. Rooney rings the doorbell again, and the pre-recorded lyric starts over.
Who is it?
You know goddamn well who it is.
I'm sorry. I can't come to the door right now. I'm very sick and in my weakened condition.
Rooney leans back from the door. He puts quite a figure out what's going on. But it's highly suspicious. Inside the living room, Rooney steps through the hedges and peeks in the window. We hear Ferris' voice inside.
You may reach my parents at their place of business.
House kitchen. Rooney tries to peek inside the kitchen window.
I appreciate your concern for my well-being. It will be remembered long after.
Outside in the back door, a black rubber doggy door, the type that allows a dog to come in and go as it pleases. Rooney is crouched down. He lifts the doggy door and peeks in the house. His point of view, along the kitchen floor, through the kitchen, into the dining room, we hear a large dog growl. Rooney, he's peeking through the door. He hears the dog, his face freezes.
Have a nice day.
Outside the house doggy door, the Rottweiler bursts through the doggy door with a fury, gnashing teeth and foam. Down the town street, Cameron's car. Cameron's father is either looking at the car, he's studying it. It looks terribly familiar. He leans into the open car and reaches for the glove box to see the contents will confirm if it's his. He freezes. He looks up slowly. From his point of view, the attendant and the roster man are glaring at him. They're holding bags of fried chicken.
You looking for something in my car?
Cameron's father shakes his head, no. Outside Ferris town, Jeannie stands at the car. She's staring incredulously into the distance. Her mouth's open, she's shaking her head slowly. Her point of view, spray painted on the town water tower, a gigantic black letters, Save Ferris Bueller. Jeannie is furious.
I'm gonna microwave his nuts.
Outside Michigan Avenue, afternoon traffic. Inside a taxi cab. Ferris, Sloane, and Cameron in the back seat of a checker. Ferris is on one window, Cameron's on the other. Sloane's in the middle. Ferris is talking to the driver.
So Yuri, how long have you been in America?
1 year.
What's your overall impression?
It's very good here.
Better than Russia?
Much better here in Russia.
Clearly, you've never been to an American high school.
Ferris sits back, puts his arm around Sloane.
Hey, it's getting late, Ferris. I've got to get the car home, and I know you don't care, but it means my ass.
But you don't think I care?
I know you don't care.
That hurts, Cameron.
Jump back, Ferris. Cameron's been a good sport.
Cameron, what do we see today?
Cameron
You
looks-
saw 4 states, a submarine, a giant heart, $75 worth of cooked pancreas, Major League Baseball, and are you going to chuck those nachos?
Cameron's staring at Ferris. He's frozen. Ferris realizes he's looking at something out the window. He turns. He freezes. His point of view? In the gridlock traffic, their cab is squeezed tight alongside another cab. And that cab is Tom. He's about a foot from Ferris. He turns and looks right into the camera. Tom's point of view. Ferris' frozen face. Ferris? Tom glances back at his paper. He pauses, looks up, thinks. Turns back to camera. Tom's point of view. Sloane is sitting where Ferris was. She is wearing sunglasses, looking bored. She turns and glances out the window, fakes a yawn. Her point of view, Tom stares at her. He's baffled, looks away. Inside, cab floor. Cameron and Ferris are on the floor, on their asses, with their backs to the back of the front seat, feet up in the seat.
What's he doing?
He's looking at me. And he's licking the glass and is making obscene gestures with his hands.
What?
Roast!
He licks her fingers and touches Ferris' knee. She makes a sizzling sound, collapses on the floor hysterically. Tom's cab. Tom's looking into Ferris' cab. From his point of view, Sloane's bouncing up and down. Tom?
Going. It's
It's a narration. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, Ferris, house, backyard, dog. The Rottweiler chewing on a shoe, tearing it apart. Backyard, Rooney. He's standing outside the fence. He's missing a shoe. His face, his suit pants are torn from the crotch to the knee. His suit coat pocket is torn off. His hair's messed and there's a gray grass stain on his knees and elbows. He's looking in.
It's a $28 dress shoe, you worthless mutt.
From his point of view, the Rottweiler leaps at camera. City streets. Ferris is leading the way down Michigan Avenue. He's hustling through the crowd. He has Sloane by the hand. She's jogging to keep up. Cameron's a few steps behind. He keeps bumping into people. Ferris and Sloane make the turn to Wacker Drive and disappear into the stone container building. Cameron follows, mumbling again. Outside the house front, a florist truck pulls up in front of the house. A delivery man gets out with a huge floral arrangement. He leads up to the house. Outside the house porch, Rooney's sitting on the porch, patting a bloody knee with his handkerchief. And the delivery man hops up on the steps. Rooney looks at him. He greets Rooney cheerfully.
Howdy.
Presses the doorbell, a beep, and we hear Ferris recording.
Who is it?
The delivery man presses the intercom.
Focus on flowers. I have a delivery.
I'm sorry, but I can't come to the door right now. I'm very sick and I'm afraid
It's a recording, asshole.
that in my weakened condition, I could take a nasty spill and subject myself to further school absences.
What's your problem?
He's one of my students.
You can reach my parents at their place of business. Thank you for yada, yada, yada.
Little bugger's dying.
What?
Remember it long after this illness has passed.
As I heard it from our mailman, he was supposedly born with only half a kidney.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, young man. I don't know the details, but my boss had to send to Milwaukee to get more orchids. He's very popular. So nobody's home here?
No,
You gonna be around for a while?
I imagine so.
You wanna keep an eye on these?
Rooney looks at the flowers. Then he looks at the delivery man.
You know, it really touches me that so many people are rallying behind this guy. I guess there's hope for the human race after all. Gotta run.
He out to the porch and trots to the truck. Rooney looks and incredulous at the arrangement. He opens the attached card.
Christ.
It's signed. All our best for a speedy recovery, the English department, faculty, and staff. Inside the radio station studio. The #1 afternoon FM rock and roll DJ is sitting behind his microphone.
I don't know who that was or what they were playing, but I apologize for it nonetheless. I have a guest with me today.
Inside studio with Ferris. He puts his headphones on. Outside Ferris' house, Jeannie car pulls in the driveway. We hear her car radio.
His name is Ferris Bueller.
Bueller. Ferris Bueller.
Sorry about that.
And Jeannie car. She goes into shock. Her eyes blink, her head cocks.
It's cool.
Jeanine draws back and punches out the radio. Car antenna. The impact of her blow on the radio shoots the antenna into the air. Studio. Ferris leans forward and adjusts the microphone.
He has an incredible story.
Yes, I am. Now, I'm going to tell a massive lie here. Okay. Context for the viewers, we're cutting this bit. Doesn't matter. We'll skip past it. Okay, cool.
Group of kids are sitting. We'll skip that. We'll hop to the DJ. All right. School hallway. An even larger group of kids is listening to the blaster. They're cheering him on. Ferris' house backyard. The Rottweiler is laying unconscious on the lawn. The flower arrangement is scattered all over the yard, and the ceramic vase and flowers has obviously struck the dog. The broken pieces are all around the dog's head. Outside Ferris' house backyard, Rooney. He's smiling with great satisfaction.
Sleep tight, Pooch.
He hears something in the house. His head snaps around. He drops down and peeks in the window. From his point of view, a glimpse of fleeting figure. Rooney. His eyes dance in anticipation of revenge. Inside the house, Ferris' room. Jeannie kicks the door open. Yardstick flings the covers and the pillows beneath them in the air. She stomps in and turns off the snoring synthesizer.
I knew it.
She grabs the phone and sits down. She dials a number. Outside the house front. Rooney sneaks around the outside of the house. He slinks up on the porch. The front door is open. He peeks in. Ferris's room. Jeannie's on the phone.
Is Mrs. Bueller there? Where is she? This is her daughter. Do you know where she is? Do you know when she'll be back? Do you know anything?
She slams the phone down.
The worm has luck like clams have body odor.
She's startled by a noise downstairs. A smile spreads across her face. He's back and she's going to nail him. Inside the house foyer. Rooney sneaks into the house. He looks around the foyer and heads into the kitchen. Inside the house, upstairs hallway. Jeannie tiptoes down the stairs. Inside the house kitchen. Rooney sneaks through the kitchen into the den. In the foyer, Jeannie comes down the stairs into the foyer. In the kitchen, Rooney comes out of the den back into the kitchen. He crosses back toward the foyer. Jeannie sneaks into the kitchen. Inside the kitchen, Jeannie and Rooney come face to face. Jeannie squeals in horror. She doesn't recognize Rooney as himself, but as an intruder. She drops into a karate stance and kicks Rooney in the face. He hits the deck. She flees back up the stairs. Inside the car, Boyd is sitting in the back seat of Joyce's car listening to the radio.
Basically, Ferris was talking on the radio. We had like a deleted scene, but basically he's like, I'm gonna go to space. And the DJ's like, oh, I can't believe you're gonna go to space. And he's like, yeah, can you believe it? I was working for NASA. And then he says, the Star Wars defense plan is really substantial and blah, blah, blah. Basically, he tells this big lie, and then he goes on this like tangent about another story. They cut it from the script because it really breaks the flow of the script, as does this. But now we understand. Okay, cool.
Amazing. Ferris breaks the fifth wall now. That's perfect. So fitting. back to the, if we're skipping the DJ, since we're skipping that DJ part, which Cameron's right to say, we're going back to Joyce and we're going to go to Joyce. Let's do it.
One page.
Bottom of page 96, which is 78.
96.
This is really breaking the fifth wall. This is
Yeah, it is. Joyce gets in and the client's getting the other side. A song starts.
I'm just gonna say, if you're willing to commit a little time and a little money to this place, you can really have something to be proud of. Don't let the black living room throw you off. Well, Boyd, how are you bearing up? Did I tell you that I have a son your age?
Twice.
His name is Ferris, and I think you'd like him.
Is he going up in space in the space shuttle in September?
It's a reference to the lie he says in the radio show. This is all exclusive content from the original screenplay.
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
I knew he was bullshitting. Watch your mouth. How do you watch your mouth?
You know my son.
Don't pay any attention to him. He thinks it's cute to bait adults. I don't think it's cute. I think it's fun.
Has a look, smiles, and starts the car. Inside Ferris' room. Jeannie's on the phone. She's in a panic.
This is not a phony phone call. There is an intruder, male, Caucasian, possibly armed, certainly weird, in our kitchen. My name is Bueller. It's real nice to know that you hope my brother's feeling better, but I'm in danger, okay? I'm very cute, I'm very alone, and I'm very protective of my body. I'd rather not have it violated or killed. I need help.
Rooney's plugs his bloody nose with paper towel. The intercom goes on.
Excuse me? If whoever's in the house is still in the house, I'd like you to know that I have just called the police. If you have any brains whatsoever, you'll get your ass out of my house real quick.
Rooney stiffens with fear.
I'd also like to add that I have my father's gun and a scorching case of herpes.
The street. Rooney's car is hooked to a tow truck. It's parked in front of a fire hydrant and the windshield is decorated with parking citations. In the distance, sirens wail. Exit parking lot. The three are waiting for the Ferrari. We hear tires squealing, an engine revving out. Then the Ferrari pulls down the ramp and jams into the frightening stop. The black guy jumps out. Ferris hands him the parking stub.
Just out of curiosity, what was your top speed coming down the ramp?
The guy says about 60.
Stunning.
He hands him a buck and opens the door and pulls the passenger seat forward for Cameron.
This is probably the last time you'll have to ride back here, so keep that in mind.
Cameron gives him a look and squeezes in. Outside down the town street, the Ferrari cruises through traffic. Inside the Ferrari, Sloane in the passenger seat, Ferris is driving Cameron and crammed in the back.
What's next?
Nothing. We return the car.
I can go to my house. My parents aren't coming home until late.
We have enough cash left for a quick flight to pay Oregon back.
Very funny.
Ferris looks in the mirror and changes lanes. He glances down at the speedometer, then to the road, and back to the speedometer.
Cameron, how many miles did you say this thing had when we left?
126 and halfway, between 3 and 4/10. Why? How many miles are on it now?
Speedometer. The odometer reads 4:32.
Here's the part where Cameron goes berserk.
Outside traffic. Frye pulls up at a stoplight. We hear a thundering, muffled scream. Expressway, the Ferrari is buzzing through traffic. Inside Ferrari, Sloane turns in her seat and looks at Cameron. He gestures as one of the genuine support.
You okay?
Cameron, his eyes are frozen in a mindless, vacant stare. Ferris, he looks at Sloane. He's concerned.
Hey, Cameron, it's okay. We'll fix it.
Cameron. He's still holding the stair. He stares to breathe heavily. He's trembling. Sloane, she whips around in the seat and grabs his arm.
Cameron, cut it out. What's wrong? Ferris.
Cameron, you okay? It's no problem, really. All right? Well, your old man won't know a thing. It's completely fixable.
Shut up. It is a problem. For him, it's a problem. Nothing is a problem for you, but it's a problem for him, so just shut up. What can I do, Cameron?
Ferris, eyes front. He knows what he's doing. Inside Ferris's house in the foyer, the doorbell rings. The Ferris tape is activated.
Who is it?
We hear a male voice on the intercom.
Anybody home? I'm sorry that I can't come to the door right now.
The tape continues as Jeannie hurdles down the stairs.
I'm saved. Thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
She jumps as the last few stairs and slides to the front door. She flips it open. Outside the front door, the door swings open.
We hope you're feeling better. We hope you're feeling fit.
I slammed the door shut.
That was like a welcome group of people with a balloon man and all these people who are hired to cheer Ferris up, who's supposedly homesick.
Right. We can take it, say, he turns his eyes to the front. The bus jerks forward and pulls away.
From Cameron from the park. Cameron laying on the
Okay, we can take it from Cameron from the park. Cameron's laying on the picnic table. Sloane's sitting beside him on the table. She strokes his hair. Ferris walks into the foreground. He addresses Cameron.
You're muted, Cameron.
You're muted.
Ferris, you're muted.
Sorry, I got frozen for a second. This may very well be for real. I think Cameron might have blown a microchip or two. He's always been a little keyed up. All he wanted to do was give him a good day. We're going to graduate in a couple months, and then we have the summer, and he'll work and I'll work, and we'll see each other at night and on the weekends, but he'll go to one school and I'll go to the other. And basically, that'll be it. And as much as we like each other, the process of growing up will separate us. Now, Sloane's a bigger problem. She still has another year of high school. How am I supposed to deal with that? And I was serious when I said I'd marry her. I would. That isn't just teenage infatuation. And that's what my parents call it. What do they call what they have? I mean, if that's love, I'll take infatuation.
Cameron, his eyes are closed, Sloane stroking his hair.
Cameron's never been in love. At least no one's ever been in love with him. He's going to marry the first girl he lays, and she's going to treat him like shit because he's going to kiss her ass for giving him what he believes to be the be-all, end-all of human existence. And she won't respect him because you can't respect someone who kisses your ass. It just doesn't work.
Sloane, she's studying Cameron's face. She looks away.
Ferris?
He looks at the picnic table, then back to the camera.
I'm being tested here. My best friend has flipped out. Conventional wisdom would suggest a visit to the nearest trauma center. I wouldn't fault anybody for doing that. Me personally, I think this calls for something new, something bold, something wet and wild.
The Jacuzzi jet. Underwater shot, the hydrojet spew a gush of air bubbles. Last, a finger pushes the play button on the cassette. Music comes up. Beer can lid, the finger pops a beer. Oreo package, a painted fingernail pierces a cell phone wrapper inside the jacuzzi. Ferris and Sloane are in Sloane's parents' jacuzzi. The clothes are tossed around the deck. Cameron's been placed on the patio chair at the edge of the jacuzzi. Still catatonic. Mumbling softly, Ferris is drinking a beer. Sloane eats an Oreo.
Feeling any better, Cameron?
The water's really nice. I wish you'd come in.
Cameron stares at him.
Fire. Move.
Sloane and Ferris. They look at each other. She offers him a cookie. He offers her a beer.
Cameron, do you think this is because of the car, or is it a combination of all the other shitty things in your life? Cameron?
Cameron, I could flip real easy too. There's nothing wrong with it. At least one time or another, everybody goes to the zoo.
Maybe he was actually shit. I'm sorry. Maybe he was actually sick. Maybe he wasn't bullshitting himself. There's some weird formatting stuff. That's why there's some awkward pauses. But basically, Cameron's not responding, and he's mumbling to himself, and we're trying to get his attention here.
In the backyard, Cameron falls out of the chair and splashes down, face first, into the water. Sloane screams.
No!
Ferris, under the wire, Ferris struggles with Cameron's lifeless bulk. Sloane, she's screaming. Ferris thrashes around in the water. Underwire, Ferris grabs Cameron's collar and rips him out of the water. In the backyard, Ferris sits Cameron on the edge of the jacuzzi.
Cameron! Cameron! Hey, Cameron!
Ferris, do something.
Asshole. You asshole! Hey!
What? What's so funny?
In the police station waiting room, Jeannie's sitting on a wooden bench with a wasted teenage boy in a Triumph t-shirt, long hair, torn jeans, creepers, studs, and chains. He's studying her.
Drugs?
No, thank you. I'm straight.
I meant like, are you here for drugs?
Why are you here?
Drugs?
I don't know why I'm here.
Then why don't you go home?
Why don't you put your thumb up your butt?
You want to talk about your problem?
With you? Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, I'm serious.
Go blow yourself.
Jeannie turns away. The boy crosses his legs. Jeannie looks back at him.
You really want to know what's wrong?
Whatever.
All right. If you've got the time, I've got the troubles. In a nutshell, I hate my brother. How's that?
Yeah, it's cool. You like shoot him or something?
No, not yet. I went home to confirm that the shithead was ditching school, and a guy broke into the house, and I called the cops, and they picked me up for making a phony phone call.
Like, why do you care if your brother ditches school, though?
Why should he get to ditch school when everybody else has to go?
You could ditch.
I get caught.
So you're pissed that because he ditches and doesn't get caught.
Basically.
Then your problem is you.
Excuse me?
Like, excuse you. You ought to spend a little more time dealing with yourself and a little less time worrying about your brother, what your brother does. It's just an opinion.
Jeannie sits angry at him, partly because he's bold and partly because he's so right.
There's somebody you should talk to.
If you say Ferris Bueller, you lose a testicle.
What, you know him?
Jeannie's hand curls into a fist. Ferrari tire is spinning rapidly.
Actually, disregard this. It's another weird formatting thing. We're still at the pool on the next page.
Costume change. You know what? That whole time I was just thinking things over, and I was like meditating, and then sort of watched myself from the inside. I realized it was ridiculous being afraid, like worrying about everything, wishing I was dead, all that shit. I'm tired of it. This was the best day of my life. I'm gonna miss you guys next year.
Cameron, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did you see me change out of my clothes by the jacuzzi? Did you? You saw me? I thought you were catatonic.
I better check on the car. Ferris, it's not working. The miles aren't coming off. It's going in reverse.
Well, I thought that might be a problem. We'll just have to crack open the odometer and roll it back by hand.
Shit, forget it. I gotta take a stand. I'm bullshit. I put up with everything. My old man pushes me around. I never say anything. Well, he's not the problem. I'm the problem. I gotta take a stand. I gotta take a stand against him. I'm not gonna sit on my ass as the events that affect me unfold to determine the course of my life. I'm gonna take a stand. I am going to defend it, right or wrong. I'm going to defend it. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Oh, I can't stand him, and I hate this goddamn car. Who do you love? Oh, who do you love? The goddamn car. You love the car. Shit. Dented the shit out of it. Good. My father will come home and he'll see what I did. I can't hide this. He'll come home, he'll see what I did, and he'll have to deal with me. I don't care. I really don't. I'm just tired of being afraid. The hell with him. I can't wait to see that look on the old bastard's face. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. Whoa. What did I oh shit, what did I do? Ferris, what did I do?
And then context, the thing rolls off. It flies off the side of the house, falls 3 stories, and it essentially blows up for all we care. Okay. Holy shit. You killed the car.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Holy shit.
Great. Cameron, it's my fault. I'll take the heat for it. We'll wait for your father to come home, and when he gets here, I'll tell him I did it. I mean, he hates me anyway.
Oh shit. Oh no. Ferris, I'll take it.
No, you don't want this much heat.
If I didn't want it, I wouldn't have let you take the car out this morning.
I made you take the car this morning.
I could have stopped you. It is possible to stop Mr. Ferris Bueller, you know. No, I want it. I'm gonna take it. When Morris comes home, he and I will just have like a little chat. It's cool. No, I'm good. It's gonna be good. All right, it's gonna be good. Thanks anyway, Ferris.
Inside the police station's office, Joyce is talking with the juvenile officer. Outside the office, on the bench, we see Jeannie and the boy making out.
She's never been in trouble before. This is a shock to me. First, I don't know why she wasn't at school. Second, I don't know why she'd call you with this story about a rapist.
For whatever reason she did it, I think she's had a good scare.
I hope so. I appreciate your calling me. I can assure you that her father and I will have a long talk with her. Thank you.
Oh, by the way, I hope your son's feeling better. Tell him all the guys at the station here are pulling for him.
The police station waiting room. Jeannie quickly breaks the embrace with the boy as Joyce steps out of the juvenile officer's room. She's still a little bewildered that everybody knows Ferris is ill. Jeannie wipes her lips and sits up straight.
If you can keep this to yourself, I think we can probably get it on pretty good.
For sure.
Hi.
Don't hi me, young lady. Get your stuff.
Hey, what's your name?
Jean, but my friends call me Shauna.
Oh, I'll call you Jean.
Cool.
Outside Sloane's backyard, Sloane and Ferris are standing at the back fence.
I had a great time today.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You think Cameron's gonna be all right?
Sure. He had to do it, I guess. This old man had it coming. He'll be okay. I'd just be worried if he took my idea.
You didn't have an idea, did you?
Not a glimmer.
You're so smart.
No, I'm just real loose.
He kisses her.
He kisses her.
I'll call you tonight.
Sloane nods. Ferris jumps the fence and takes off across the backyards. Sloane watches him go. A huge smile spreads across his face.
I love you. He's gonna marry me. I know it.
She turns and runs into the house. Inside the backyard, Ferris sprints across the backyard. He jumps a plaster elf. Another backyard. Ferris vaults a fence. He runs directly from a swimming pool. He runs directly for a swimming pool. He's approaching it from the side. He leaps. He hits the driving board and springs off. Does a flip and lands on the grass on the other side of the pool. Bedspread. Neatly bundles a stack of bills and rolled coins. A significant amount of cash. He's running down the middle of the street. A car honks. Ferris moves to the side. The car pulls around him. Inside the car, Tom's at the wheel. He glances in the mirror. He does a take in the mirror. We see Ferris cut across from lawn into the house. Tom, he realizes it couldn't be Ferris. Inside the house, Ferris runs through the kitchen, past the women fixing dinner, and out of her back door. The woman looks up curiously. It's outside Ferris's house. Tom pulls in the driveway. He parks and gets out. Joyce pulls in and he parks and gets out. Joyce pulls in from the other direction. In the house, back porch. Ferris tries the door. It's locked. He reaches down and lifts the doormat on the porch. The outline of a key in the dirt under the mat. The key's gone. The toe of a chewed up dress shoe steps into frame. An ominous chord is struck. Ferris. He stares up in horror. From his point of view, Rooney is looking down at him. He's holding the house key. Outside the porch, Ferris stands up. He smiles.
Looking for this?
Yes.
I got you, Ferris. This time I finally got you. How does another year of high school sit with you?
Suddenly, the back door opens. Jeannie looks out. She frames joy and relief. She rushes Ferris and hugs him.
Thank God you're all right. We've been worried sick.
Ferris. A moment of curiosity, then it dawns on him what's happening. He smiles. Rooney. His eyes dart from Ferris to Jeannie to Ferris. His victory is evaporating. On the porch, Jeannie breaks the embrace.
Thank you for bringing him home, Mr. Rooney. Now you better get up in bed right now. Can
Ferris
you imagine someone as sick as Ferris trying to walk home from the hospital? Kids.
Rooney, he's dumbfounded. Jeannie. She raises her hand and strikes a karate pose. A huge smile passes over her face. Rooney. A looking of terror as he realizes that it was Jeannie who kicked him and that Jeannie knows that it was he who she kicked. On the porch. Jeannie steps into the house. Inside the house, let me skip that. Yeah. Inside the house in the foyer. The foyer is jammed with floral arrangements, plants and gifts, and Ferris and Jeannie step gingerly through the flowers and head upstairs.
I'm sorry I've been riding your buns for so long.
It's completely cool.
Ferris?
Upstairs, Mom.
Honey.
Ferris, how do you feel, son?
feel 150% better. Thank you. I'm much better. Really. Please don't make me stay home again. I want to go to school. I'm graduating in June and
Ferris, you're sick. There's no point in pushing yourself and making it worse.
Maybe you're right, Dad.
I know I'm right.
Laura kisses his forehead.
How did you get so sweet?
I learned it from watching you.
Tom passed Ferris on the run, and he and Joyce exits. Ferris, the hideous face, a beat, and we hear the bedroom door close. Ferris looks at camera.
Yeah. Life can move pretty fast. If you don't stop and look at it every once in a while, you might miss it.
And thus ends Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I just have to say, as a closing point, this was I was so worried coming into this with all the last minute changes, and this was the most raucous fun I've had doing one of these meetings, and I've done all of them, all the ones so far. This was amazing. This cast, you guys are amazing, and I just wanted to give a note for the future viewers and current viewers that it's really so incredible to work with these pros that no matter what happens. No matter, we had a plan with the roles and the scripts, and figuring out the screenplay was different from the final cut, and just the way that these actors, you're such an amazing group. I'll be reaching out to all of you individually after this. You're so incredible, and I hope to work with you all again, whether on a read or in the future. You all are amazing. The audience deserves the biggest round of applause, though, for Ferris Bueller as a script is so interesting because so many people know Ferris Bueller is about in many ways, the city of Chicago is a character in the story. But when you strip it away and you bring it down to what we did today, you realize that, John Hughes was an incredible writer and came up with such rich characters that without the visuals, without any costumes or anything, it really is a really beautiful, beautiful story. One more thank you to everyone, the actors, the audience, Xxavier for coming in last minute and saving the day. You all are amazing. Make sure if you haven't yet, if you've forgotten, actingforacause.org, we're doing this for impact. And
that donation link is still live, right? Can people still donate?
It's always live. If you guys are watching this on Wednesday, it is live and we're still counting the donations, and we know it's coming from the Ferris Bueller read. We're counting each read that you watch. If you click on the link, on the week of the read, we know that it came from watching Ferris Bueller. You guys are amazing. Thank you to all the viewers. Go. The link is live, actingforacause.org. And you can see other readings too. They're all really amazing and spectacular. Thank you all so much. Thank you for participating. Thank you for viewing. Blessings to everyone.